The theory of constraints is a management philosophy aimed at improving organizational performance by identifying and addressing the most significant limiting factor, or constraint, that prevents a system from achieving its goals. The idea is based on the premise that every system has at least one constraint, and by focusing on eliminating or mitigating that constraint, overall performance and efficiency can be improved. TOC provides a systematic approach to pinpointing the constraint and optimizing processes to increase throughput and achieve the desired outcomes. The theory of constraints is widely used across various industries, including manufacturing. TOC was initially popularized in the manufacturing sector, particularly through its application in production processes, where it helps in identifying bottlenecks and improving operational efficiency. Project management. TOC is used in managing complex projects to identify constraints that limit progress, enabling better resource allocation and project completion. Healthcare. Hospitals and healthcare systems use TOC to optimize patient flow, reduce waiting times, and improve service delivery. Supply chain management. TOC helps in identifying bottlenecks in the supply chain, leading to better coordination and efficiency. Software development. In Agile and other development methodologies, TOC helps teams focus on the constraints that impede their ability to deliver high-quality products. The theory of constraints is particularly useful in situations where performance is limited, when an organization, team, or system is struggling to reach its performance targets due to bottlenecks or inefficiencies. Complex systems are involved. TOC is ideal for complex processes with interdependent tasks, such as manufacturing lines or multi-phase projects, where inefficiencies at one stage can affect the entire system. Continuous improvement is needed. When there is a focus on continuous improvement, identifying and addressing constraints regularly helps organizations adapt and grow. Optimization of resources is critical. When limited resources, time, money, or materials, must be managed effectively to ensure maximum output. TOC can be applied in a wide variety of environments. Manufacturing plants, to optimize production lines, improve throughput, and minimize delays due to bottlenecks in machinery or labor. Project management, in managing large projects, where the constraint, whether it is time, resources, or a specific task, can limit the overall project completion. Service industry, in environments like call centers or healthcare facilities, where service delivery and customer satisfaction are impacted by constraints such as limited staff or equipment. Supply chains, to streamline operations and ensure that the flow of goods and services is not interrupted by constraints in any part of the chain. Retail and distribution. In retail, TOC helps optimize inventory management and improve the customer experience by reducing delays or stockouts. The theory of constraints offers several key advantages. 1. Focused improvement. By concentrating efforts on the primary constraint, organizations can achieve significant improvements with relatively fewer resources. 2. Increased efficiency. By eliminating or mitigating bottlenecks, organizations can improve throughput, reduce cycle times, and increase overall productivity. 3. Improved decision-making. TOC encourages a strategic approach to decision-making by ensuring that resources are focused on areas that will yield the greatest return. 4. Enhanced customer satisfaction. By improving processes and reducing delays, organizations can deliver better quality and service to customers, which can lead to higher satisfaction. 5. Continuous growth. The iterative nature of TOC ensures that once one constraint is addressed, new constraints are identified and optimized, leading to ongoing improvement. TOC works through a 5-step process, known as the 5 focusing steps. 1. Identify the constraint. Identify the bottleneck that is preventing the system from achieving its goal. This could be a resource, process, or even a policy. 2. Exploit the constraint. Once the constraint is identified, the goal is to make sure that the constraint is used as efficiently as possible, with minimal downtime. 3. Subordinate everything to the constraint. Other processes and resources must be aligned to support the constraint. This includes workflows and processes so that the constraint is not overwhelmed and can continue to operate efficiently. 4. Elevate the constraint. If the constraint still limits performance, steps must be taken to increase its capacity. This might involve adding resources, technology, or modifying the system to address the bottleneck. 5. Repeat the process. The process is cyclical, with continuous improvement as new constraints are identified and addressed. In conclusion, the theory of constraints provides a powerful and focused approach to improving organizational performance. By identifying and addressing the primary limiting factors, businesses and teams can optimize their operations and achieve significant gains in productivity and efficiency. Whether in manufacturing, project management, or service delivery, TOC is an essential tool for organizations aiming to improve their processes and achieve their goals. Its cyclical nature ensures that continuous improvement is not only possible but embedded in the organizational culture, driving long-term success.
This quiz assesses your commitment to learning about the theory of constraints, TOC. Answer each question honestly to gauge your readiness and dedication to understanding and applying this methodology. For each question, choose the response that best represents your attitude or current knowledge. At the end of the quiz, tally your points to determine your level of commitment. How familiar are you with the theory of constraints? A. I've never heard of it. B. I've heard of it, but I don't know much. C. I have a basic understanding of TOC. D. I have a deep understanding and have applied TOC in real-world scenarios. What is your primary motivation for learning about the theory of constraints? A. I'm just curious, but I'm not sure how it applies to me. B. I want to understand how it could potentially improve my work or team processes. C. I'm actively looking to apply it to improve performance in my projects or business. D. I'm committed to mastering TOC and using it to drive organizational success. How do you plan to learn more about the theory of constraints? A. I might read a few articles or watch some videos if I find time. B. I'll read some books or research papers to gain deeper knowledge. C. I'll take an online course or attend a workshop to gain practical knowledge. D. I'm planning to apply TOC principles in my work and study it through hands-on experience. How committed are you to putting in time and effort to learn TOC, even if it seems challenging at first? A. I might give up if it becomes difficult or confusing. B. I'll keep learning but may need motivation to continue when facing challenges. C. I'm willing to push through difficulties and adapt to learn it effectively. D. I'm fully committed to overcoming any obstacles to mastering TOC, no matter how challenging. How often do you revisit or reinforce concepts you learn about new methodologies like TOC? A. I don't usually revisit concepts once I've learned them. B. I occasionally review new concepts to maintain my understanding. C. I regularly revisit concepts to make sure I'm improving. D. I actively review and apply the concepts regularly to reinforce my learning. How do you plan to measure the success of implementing the theory of constraints in your work or projects? A. I don't have a clear plan to measure success. B. I'll try to track general improvements in performance, like faster completion times. C. I'll look at specific metrics like throughput, cycle time, and efficiency. D. I'll develop a detailed framework to measure TOC's impact, including data analysis and feedback loops. How confident are you that you can apply the theory of constraints to real-world situations? A. I'm not sure how to apply TOC effectively in practice. B. I think I could apply it, but I'd need help and guidance. C. I'm confident I could apply TOC in certain situations to improve performance. D. I feel fully prepared to apply TOC and lead others in its use. How likely are you to seek support or collaboration from others to learn about and apply the theory of constraints? A. I prefer to learn on my own without seeking help. B. I might seek support if I feel stuck or confused. C. I'll actively seek feedback and collaborate with others to improve my understanding. D. I'm eager to collaborate with experts and peers to master TOC and apply it in real-world scenarios. How important is the theory of constraints to you in achieving your professional or organizational goals? A. It's not something I've considered as important yet. B. It seems interesting, but I'm not sure how much of an impact it could have. C. I believe TOC could improve my work, but I'm still exploring its potential. D. I see TOC as essential for achieving efficiency and effectiveness in my work or organization. How will you keep yourself accountable for learning and applying the theory of constraints? A. I'm not sure how I'll stay accountable. B. I'll set reminders or goals to revisit TOC principles. C. I'll track my progress and share updates with colleagues or a mentor. D. I'll set clear, measurable goals, and regularly evaluate my progress to stay on track. Scoring: 10 to 20 points. Beginner learner. You are just starting to explore the theory of constraints. You may need more motivation and structure to dive deeper into learning and applying it. Consider setting clear goals and seeking foundational resources to expand your knowledge. 21 to 30 points. Intermediate learner. You have a moderate level of commitment to learning TOC. You are taking steps toward gaining deeper knowledge and might benefit from more hands-on experience and learning from others to enhance your understanding. 31 to 40 points. Committed learner. You are dedicated to learning and applying the theory of constraints. You have a solid understanding and are actively working to improve your skills. 41 to 50 points. TOC enthusiast. You are highly committed to mastering the theory of constraints. You are eager to apply it in real-world situations and are prepared to lead others in its use. Next steps. By completing this quiz, you've gained insight into your current commitment level to learning about the theory of constraints. Based on your results, consider setting a goal to explore the theory of constraints in more depth. Whether you're new to it or have experience with it, identifying areas for improvement can help you better contribute to process improvement and organizational success. Send your score to the email listed in the comments section and become part of our ecosystem for further future developments.